Hello, ladies and gentlefish. So we got another cast here today of the uh, still from round one of the July 1v1 tournament. In this game, we have Fussel playing the 15th Scottish Infantry Division, and Dnestyr, playing as 17th SS Panzer Grenadier Division on Colville. This should be a fun map for both decks. We have this nice openish area here with these bunkers down here, with more open area down here, this big open field in the center, and then we start to see some more hedgerow country up on this part of the map. So I'd almost expect to see a lot more play down here between both of these decks than up here, just because of how 15th has the Churchill Mark something that has the howitzer with 1200 meter range, and the 17th Panzer Grenadier has a variety of support weapons like the IG-18 and the Stug, which that kind of plays pretty well in this big open field on the bottom. Alright, let's see how this goes. So Fussel's playing blue, Dnestyr in red, and we'll just speed things up till we get to where everybody's finally fully deployed. Tick-tock. Yeah, so here's some interesting stuff. Interesting that we're going to have... Oh, no, alright. Let's keep going. Keep relaxing. See what happens. Can't be much longer. Tick-tock, tick-tock. But, both of these guys are very good. I think within Dnestyr's in the top 12. Something like that. And Fussel has been up there, unfortunately. Yeah. Myself and some other people did some white knighting. Yeah. That's what I'll say. Alright. Just to propagate some memes. So let's have a look at this. Big, very interesting deployment. The bottom is going to be very hotly contested, it looks like. And then he's playing, I guess, more. This is a pretty defensive start on this side, I think. Usually I see people push this forest and begin touching into here. So I think we're going to see a little bit more of a defensive start up here with a more aggressive play down here. Let's see what kind of units he brought out for this. This is probably... Alright, so we have one IG-18, two IG-18s, some Stostrup, these will be Panzer Grenadiers, and a Commander for the bottom part of the map. Yep, all this stuff is going to go to the bottom part of the map. This should be a really interesting play. In the center of the map, we have what looks like the recon going all the way to this bush with the commander in the back. I guess that commander is going to be supporting something from this area. Odd that he dropped that all the way back here. There's nothing really he's going to be supporting. We have an IG-18 going all the way up here. Okay, this is going to be an interesting deployment. So we have a Pack 40 going here, or Pack 38, I should say. Maybe it's a Pack 40. I'm going to screw this up again, but it's probably Pack 38. Again, this IG-18 is going all the way out here. I don't know, it's interesting. I usually don't bring my stuff out this far to the edge, but we'll see how it works out for him. Maybe this just right here would have probably been better, but I guess back here is safer for long-range engagements. Couple more units up here. Let's see. MG42 to this bush. That's going to give some really great line of fire, including some covering fire down this open area. Along with a commander for that whole grouping there. More Stostrup. Interesting where these Stostrup are going. So these Stostrup are going to go up here. One's going into this field. I don't get this placement for this one dude in the field. I get this guy. He's going to unload here and then maybe come into this orchard here. But We'll see. Interestingly enough, no Pigrens up here. We have a Pigren team going up to this bush cluster up here. I guess he'll probably end up at the edge right there, and that'll be a pretty good spot for him. And another recon going in here. It's a little awkward, but we'll see how it plays out. And Fussel has a big thrust trying to take over this bush cluster here. We have an AVRE, a double vetted 6-pounder. This should make short work of any Stug that is brought onto the field. We have a Vet 2 commander, and I'm assuming these are both rifles. Interestingly, he takes the Vet 1 rifle card over the Vet 0 rifle card, but I'm sure he has the Vet 0 rifle card also in this phase A. So these are probably, again, either more rifles or possibly brain groups. A commander and a scout squad, the 4-man recon team. These are probably both brain groups, and then we see more rifle squads with the commander. That's going to go, pretty aggressively up right to the edge. That's pretty safe for him too. There's not going to be any fire coming into this area or behind the hedge here. So as soon as he shows up on the other side of the hedge, though, that should be entertaining. So these guys are playing pretty defensively. They're not going to push anywhere, and I think this is Fussel's main push. He's going to play with the AVRE in this hedgerow country up here, and we'll see how that works out for both these players. Speed things up a little bit, get everybody to the center of the map. Alright, let's see how they both react to spotting each other. So this, in the end, was actually a Pack 40 this time. And he's going to use that Pack 40 to break up the initial push from Fussel into the center. Hopefully, maybe he might even get a side shot on the AVRE as it pushes forward, but we'll see. Pack 40 does have enough AP to actually be able to deal with an AVRE. Then these IG-18s are deploying a little early so that they're able to catch out some of these vehicles in the open. Unfortunately, they don't. We're going to keep going into the center here. Pack 40 keeps suppressing everything. Wow, they're getting constant suppression onto the 6-pounder and commander by it. Fussel's not even following them back yet. Either he's not paying attention, or he's migrating down here or something along those lines, or he just doesn't care. But he's going to lose at least the 6-pounder probably, which is now falling back. But oh man, he might not lose it. He's not going to lose a 6-pounder. That's very important for him. This will be very, very useful if a Magic Stug comes out. We get 2 Panzer Grenadiers coming to the bottom to help support this push. Looks like the Stolztrupp are beginning to move up, as well as the IG-18s for fire support. In the center of the map, not much is going on. The AVRE is crawling up behind this hedgerow. It knows there's a Pack 40 up here. It can't really use this avenue of approach right now. It has to kind of snake its way in here, hopefully avoiding that Pack 40 as much as possible. Fussel is pushing up some of his rifle squads, leaving his brain groups behind his fire, I guess covering fire, or just because he doesn't feel like pushing them up right now. On the bottom of the map, again, the Stolztrupp are clearing everything out. We have some Panzer Grenadiers following up. It's going to be difficult to remove this command carrier until Stolztrupp can get in range, so these IG-18s might have to do that for him. Imagine these Panzer Grenadiers are going to keep pushing forward. Fussel's beginning to see the Panzer Grenadiers on the north. Panzer Grenadiers versus rifles, though, that's one-sided engagement. And this command carrier is going to get some fire support onto the Panzer Grenadiers. Still don't see the AVRE doing much, although he's swinging it down here, away, I guess, from the Pack 40. That's really important. But I would almost expect the Ju-87G to come out eventually to deal with it. But who knows? So this looks like it might be a Pack 38 coming out. Yeah, it's a smaller gun. So we have a Pack 38 coming out down here. Wow, these Panzergrens are going to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. He knows there's nothing here except for whatever little bits and pieces are left. That was a really good play, just to push further before unloading a little bit. These IG-18s are going to start doing work against anything that comes to reinforce. These rifle leaders are going to they're just going to surrender. Stealth Trooper is going to walk right into him. In the north, not much going on. Center, again, really not much going on. 6-pounders going into this forest. That'll provide some great cover for it. And on the bottom of the map, Dnestyr is excuse me, beginning to work over what he can spot in the middle with his IG-18s that are at Vet 2, so they are going to be firing like machine guns, even taking out a probably MMG carrier in the center of the map. We have the Churchill Mark V coming down at the bottom. There's no AT yet here, though, so and I think Fussel probably notices this thing coming up, a Pak-38. I don't know if he's going to get within range to kill it before the Pak-38 is able to get behind this hedgerow. Nope, does not look like it will be. So this ADRE is going to really start to annihilate stuff. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't show your face, man. No, don't show your face to the ADRE. Come on, you want to kill this guy. This guy's softer. Ah, that's unfortunate. So he gets spotted out, or I should say the commander, I guess, gets spotted out. Something gets spotted here. What is Fussel seeing here? Fussel isn't seeing anything. Oh, I wish I could back it up. Dnestyr. Wow, look. Hold on. This is really ridiculous. Dnestyr only sees like these couple tanks here. What does Fussel actually see right now? Nothing. Like this IG-18, but he has an idea that there's a Pak-38 here or something along those lines. I don't get that one. He must have seen it while it's moving. And just IG-18 going around. Oh, so he just fired the one shell to kill the commander, maybe. Either he was firing at something here, or he was just blind firing at the edge of this forest, which is actually a pretty good little play. This Ren group cutting down here, he's going to get some really good information about where units are, knowing that there's going to be units here and here, but probably nothing right behind them. That's some really great information to get off the front line right there. We're starting to see stealth troops come into this forest in the center, and these are going to get annihilated by Vet 2 riflemen. Fussel must have been testing the lines a little bit. No, actually Dnestyr's pushing up here a little bit with his Panzer Grenadiers, testing the lines. More stealth troop coming into the center with some Panzer Grenadiers to hold up. Unfortunately, there's no commander back here, so this could get really hairy, but the stealth troops will end up clearing up this little forest here. Fussel's going to begin clearing out this little salient here from Dnestyr. Dnestyr unfortunately only has a Pak-38 to kill all of these heavier Churchills here, and I don't really expect that's going to do much. Maybe he'll get a cheeky shot on the Churchill 5. If he doesn't miss, that could be really good for him. But we see the Stug and another Panzer Grenadier team coming down to the bottom. Dnestyr really wants to push this back and take this ground back. Although an IG-18 saves the day, evens it back out to 0-0, and they both have about the same amount of points. And Dnestyr's little salient here and here actually gives them a +1 tick on him. The 7MG carrier, though, is giving some ridiculously good fire support into this forest here. The 6-pounder is going to go down to the stealth troop. We saw some recon dying here, and then the MMG carrier is going to give away. Oh, that sucks. The Pak-38 was going for a shot on the Churchill 5, and this MMG carrier pushed up just in time to spot the Pak-38 and make the Pak-38 fire on the MMG carrier. There goes that cheeky little shot that we were talking about before. But the Stug is right behind. On the north, we have a Honey Stewart back up here. There's not really much he's going to be able to do about that for now. This Pak-40, it's not in the right position. IG-18 is going to get melted by the machine guns. The AVRE, though, back into the center of the map. Maybe, nope, the Pak-40 is going here. There's a cheeky side shot in this little position, though. That might happen if this AVRE keeps moving the way it is. And also the Stug will have a good opportunity to But this has been a really great game so far. We see a little bit of back and forth play down here and in the center. And Dnestyr is bringing up the Panzerschrecks. He knows what he wants to do to kill that AVRE. Shrek it. The north, though, he doesn't have any Stolstrup, which is going to be unfortunate when he runs into these rifles on the other side of this hedge. This is way too close for the Panzer Grenadiers to be really effective, although he might be at 100-meter range to shoot at this guy, and this guy might be at 100-meter range to shoot at this guy with your MG42s. So this could actually go reasonably well for him. But unfortunately, the Bren guns are just eating him alive. Not Bren guns, the Sten guns are just eating him alive. Oh, look at this, though. Down here, the Stug 3 gets pinned behind enemy lines. And, oh no. Oh, okay, good. It is still facing forward. That might be changed. Oh, it changed. Oh, I wonder if Fussel notices it. Oh, you might notice it. He notices it. Oh, this is going to be a great rear shot on the Stug. It's actually going to end up looking like a side shot. But, wow, this thing's going to get suppressed by the next shot from the Honey Stewart. Fussel's not going to let up. Here comes the suppressing shot. Oh, it's even a kill shot. Great job from Fussel there. Spotting the Stug turning towards these rifles in front, along with the suppression from the Mark 9. That was a great play. So this MMG carrier is pushing up, letting Fussel know there's nothing here. Absolutely nothing. He might even get a cutoff on these guys back here, who now have no AT except for, no, they have 0 AT. This Honey Stewart can wreck face, unless it gets suppressed by this IG-18. The AVRE keeps pushing up in the middle. We get the cheeky Panzerschreck team right here. I wonder what happened to the other Panzerschreck team that was deployed, because I don't see it anymore. It's really unfortunate if that one died a little too early. Pack 38 getting spotted. Spitfire Mark 9 suppressing it. Looks like this MMG carrier might die to the Pack 38. Yes, there it goes. In the center, oh, this will be cheeky. Be on attack move. Be on attack move. It is on attack move. The AVRE should be spotted. The AVRE should be dying. Oh my goodness, it bounced. Goodbye, Panzerschreck team. That is unfortunate. He has a 41% chance of penning, though, so that sucks. That might have just cost Dnestyr the game there, not being able to kill this AVRE. We'll see, though. It is Phase B now. We're starting to see 222s come out. So we're going to get the autocannons to deal with a massive horde of British infantry. Scottish infantry. Okay, fine. Scottish. Commonwealth infantry, whatever. We'll call it that. We get a Panzer IV Vet 2 command tank coming up in the middle. Maybe that'll deal with the AVRE. Although this AVRE is in a very nice spot. Hidden behind this hedge, and maybe he'll even make use of the hedge to his own advantage. Really not much going on up here. This Pack 40 seems to be in a really awkward spot. He killed a Stewart up here, but then he just stopped. I almost would have expected this Pack 40 to come back over to this hedge, providing a lot more fire support down here so that he wouldn't have maybe lost this area, but we'll see. What's a Charge Mark 5 spotting? So he's just blind firing. And I guess he now knows exactly where the Stolstrup are. So he's going to just fire right at the Stolstrup. Wonder if he even sees them. He doesn't. But these Stolstrup are probably going to be surrendering shortly. That's why he's pushing up this MMG carrier, although the Stolstrup might get a lucky, cheeky little shot with their Panzerfaust onto the MMG carrier. It looks like they will, and they kill it. Very nice. Little cheeky shot. It's unfortunate that this 222 ended up getting suppressed by the bomber, but that was also a very smart play by Fussel, making sure that this 222 wasn't able to just charge through here, suppress everything, and most importantly then making everything surrender. And then Fussel's going to keep both of his planes around, strafing everything, to make sure that he has the time to either bring up another unit to cover this stuff, or just keep killing them with bombs and planes. It's working out so far. Another Spitfire Mark 9. Yeah, this is getting a little bit out of hand for Dnestyr, I think, in the air. Fussel spots this Panzer IV-H, and instantly we start to see just a lot of suppression going down across the map. This Pack 40 is getting spotted up probably by this Recce while it's moving in the open. He loses sight on the Panzer IV-H. If you saw where the bullets are firing, they're back here, so he's lost sight on the Panzer IV-H. And this Panzer IV-H is going to keep pushing forward to shoot at this AVRE. And look at this, we get a nice cheeky close range shot. There goes the AVRE. Oh, weapons damage. That's effectively a kill right now, because all of these planes are going to be far away. AVRE is toast eventually. Or not. Okay, yep, here it goes. The Pack 38 gets a side shot on it. At the bottom of the map, we have a 222 versus a Dnestyr. At this range, I give it to the Dnestyr. We'll see what happens, especially with this little extra bit of suppression that's going on. And with the Spitfire coming in again to provide strafing power. This is a great play from Fussel, just constantly providing suppression fire. As this game more or less comes down to who can suppress the other guy first. It's really not about killing things so much as it is about just making sure they are so suppressed that they're going to not be able to kill you. Then you can kill them later. And Fussel is really showing that feature off right now. Using these planes to provide a lot of suppression damage. Rifles got a little spot off on the IG-18, probably from this Recce again. Not from this Recce. I guess maybe this Recce. Just kept spotting stuff here. Looks like either it's a Vet-2 6-pounder or a 17-pounder coming up, and it looks like that is a big gun. That is a 17-pounder, which is I feel so sorry for this Panzer IV-H. It is going to feel the pain with that 17-pounder. Well, you almost wonder if he kind of realized what he was in a bad spot. Wow, that 17-pounder misses first shot. He is fast. Nope, does not miss a second shot though. Fast moving was not fast enough, and looks like from this case. Starting to see a heavy Spitfire bomber. I think this is the heavy Spitfire bomber. Yep, this is the heavy Spitfire Mark 9 bomber. Looks like it's going to come in for this Pack 40. Yes, it is. Dnestyr finally brought out a Flakverling AAP. So that's going to make sure that all these planes stop just constantly strafing him, and that's really important at this point in the game. Fussel just has so many planes purposely built around strafing everything. Who needs bombs when you can just strafe all day long? And you're enabling the guy to be able to strafe all day long by not having any AAA on the field. So, Fussel had... Dnestyr had it coming before he was able to purchase this thing. Maybe he doesn't have much in the way of Phase A anti-aircraft artillery. So this Churchill Mark 9, or Mark 5, getting a cheeky bounce against the Panzer IV-H. And this Panzer IV-H is probably going to end up going down to the 17-pounder unless... we get a good little maneuver to hide it behind a bush. Look at that. We get a good little maneuver to hide it behind a bush. And this 17-pounder is not going to be able to spot it from there. On the bottom of the map, nothing really much going on. The center of the map, we have some Pioneers trying to push up into the center. These are Vet-0 rifles because, well, you got to take some of those cards. And now more Spitfire Mark 9s coming out. Dnestyr brought out some Nebel Warfare 41s too. This is really interesting. 17-pounder did end up getting a kill on this Panzer IV-H, which Dnestyr brought out probably a little too soon. But he didn't really know where it was. Probably didn't even spot it at that range. And we let the strafing commence. It's really thick strafing runs right now. 222's getting a little bit of suppression off on these planes. It's really just enough to force 2 planes back, and the 3rd plane is going to end up falling back from fire from this vehicle, as well as just being constantly shot at. We have a bomber going for this Pack 38, removing some more of the AT off the map, giving Fussel a little bit more free reign with Churchills, although he doesn't really have much more left on the map. I guess that was just his cheeky bomb of the day. Either Pioneers or Repeat runs coming down, another IG-18 probably for the bottom, and we have Martyr 3, I guess. He's going to just start sniping things from 1200 meters. IG-18 getting a cheeky little kill off on this rifle squad down here. Nice little position this guy has to cover over here, actually. The bottom of the map is really stagnant, though. There's really nothing much Dnestyr can do, or not much the Dnestyr can do. Honey can't push into the 222. 222 can't really push into the Honey in this position. Well, maybe the 222 could swing around, get in here, and then try and kill the Honey, but it's really a rough go. We got some Nebelwerfer fire going onto this center forest, although it doesn't look like anything got a direct hit on the 17-pounder. That's really unfortunate. Firing 2 Nebelwerfers at it, you really hope that you get that kill, but that is what it is. 222 keeps aiming at this Spitfire, but I don't know if it's on reload or something. It's just not firing. That's interesting. I've noticed that with my 234/1s as Panzer Lehr. God. Maybe they lowered the 20mm AA's range. 20mm vehicle based support, these kind of units based AA range. Wouldn't really surprise me if they did it. Gonna grab this IG-18 kill quickly. I think it should kill it. Yeah, that's a big bomber. Yeah, and these planes just constantly strafing. And Dnestyr really didn't invest much into AA. I mean, I don't see it. He also has not yet invested into a supply truck to resupply these Nebelwerfers. You'd really, at least I'd really hope to see these Nebelwerfers keep firing and firing and firing. But Fussel is pushing a lot of pressure on the front line for him. And that is causing him to invest more in armor. He brought this Stug out. And also this Pack 43, which might have been a little overkill for him. But, I don't know, as they say about overkill, it's bliss, right? Nothing wrong with a little bit of overkill. Except when it costs a lot. 125 points. But he might not have a Pack 14 in Phase B in his deck. Constant strafing is actually causing these 222s to run out of ammunition. I think it's about to run out of ammunition right about now. Yeah, there it goes. This 222 is now dead in the water, and hopefully Fussel gets some vision on it. He'll notice the icons here, and then this Dnestyr and Daimler are going to... Humber, not Daimler, Humber. Are going to push in through here and ruin his day. Another flak drilling car, like I said earlier, coming down here, which is probably going to get sniped out by this Wolverine as soon as this Wolverine comes around this corner. That's going to be really bad. I wonder if Dnestyr even knows it's coming. He does know it's coming, but it's too late because he probably can see it. Can Fussel not see it? Oh, it's in a bush. It's in a bush. Oh, that's cheeky. Now it's dead. Now that Wolverine has a good shot on it. Top of the map again, though. Really much going on. This munitions truck's finally here. Got a 232 or 232 command 20mm armored car. That'll help against all this infantry. Fussel brought out a 25-pounder for some artillery fire. Again, this is just not... Fussel doesn't have anything spotting this right now, so he's playing it a little cautiously, just firing 25-pounders in front of it to suppress. Maybe he'll bring this Humber around the corner shortly, but probably going to bring the Recon first. Fussel spots the Pack 43, gets a good shot off on it. Spitfire Mark 9, going to get out clean. One flak drilling in one area is not going to kill anything, unfortunately. but it will make sure that people don't get constantly strafed and suppressed, which is something that Dnestyr sorely missed in the early game. This veterancy is just enough to make sure that this 7/1 isn't able to get kills. And now we're going to see the 190A8 come out, hopefully to get some kills. Unfortunately, Fussel has more Spitfires. They're so cheap that you can just afford to bring them out. This is very unfortunate for Dnestyr. And Fussel here micros the Spitfire. If you saw it did a wing dive that I was going to go this way. Instead, he micros it around to the side. That was really important. And he's probably going to get the kill on it he's going to get the kill on it because the Black Verling has decided to fire at the bomber, preventing it from dropping, but it might not have actually prevented it from dropping. No, it did. It did prevent it from dropping. And that was just enough so that this Spitfire wasn't going to get suppressed. That was a... I think that was just blind luck. I think this bomber was going to... the bomber did end up getting shots off, so it must have been bombing around here. But that was probably just blind luck. We'll start moving to the end of the game. I think we see where this is going to end up going. Not much going on at this point. Dnestyr is making some slight pushes in here. Still playing into this tight space area. Bottom of the map finally all surrenders. Expect this guy to go down shortly to the Humber or the Honey Stewart. Nebelwerfers again just wanted to get rid of that 17 pounder so badly. Pounded it to death. It's kind of surprising just how much fire he actually put down there. I mean, the 17 pounder did get the Stug, I'm assuming. That would definitely cause him some fear, but yeah, if you look at the number of planes, and also just how even they are in material on the ground, yeah, it's pretty much done for Dnestyr at that point. Dnestyr, he tried to win back the air by getting those two planes snunned up and bringing the Focke-Wulf 190 in back to kill them. That would have been a great play, but unfortunately Fussel just had either extra points backed up to buy another Spitfire or just another Spitfire ready to come out. It's really unfortunate. Dnestyr had a lot of good things going for him in the early game, but in the end he just didn't have an answer to the number of planes that Fussel kept spitting out to suppress everything. You see the kills here. Yeah, I bet those planes had a good portion of kills. Again, the early game was pretty solidly in 17th SS's control. But as soon as those Spitfires started coming out, it wasn't going as well. Dnestyr. Yeah, you start looking at the late game. The planes, man, the planes just they kept strafing. There was really nothing on the ground that was preventing Fussel's planes from constantly strafing, and you can see that really that was really a bad problem for Dnestyr. But anyway, just look at the kills quickly too. The Aviary was good, but not overly good. It was a bit played aggressively. The Panzerschrecks, that was really unfortunate how they didn't kill that Aviary. But yeah, you start looking at these planes and how much they've killed. One Spitfire Mark 9 fighter, Stelstrup an AG-18, bomber. Yeah, that's pretty good. 17 pounder though. That Vet 2 17 pounder annihilated units. That's unfortunate. I understand now why Dnestyr was so intent on Nebelwerfering the hell out of that 17-pounder. Unfortunately, it just never died. So, but yeah, keep looking at these Spitfires. Their kill lists are really impressive. Bomber Spitfire got a few things. Like, that's just crazy. There's no way for him really to remove these Spitfires once the plane train got rolling by Fussel too. Pack 40 at the early game was great though. IG-18s kept doing some stuff. Yeah. Oh well. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, leave comments if you want me to cast anything. Some chat you want to do. Cool. But this was a pretty good game. Yeah. All right. See you in the next one.